Hello, in this video I'm going to present you how I transformed surround sound mix into binaural, or in other words, virtual surround sound. Firstly, here is what I needed to make it happen. Surround sound video file, Pro Tools, IRL mono to stereo plugin, HRTF stereo measurements, headphones. I started from creating new Pro Tools session. I named it, set up sample rate to 48,000 kHz, bit depth to 24 bits, and surround sound I/O settings, which in this studio is DTS. I imported my surround video file into the session. I did that by going to File tab, then Import Video. I've imported it to a new track, and I selected Import Audio from File. Then I selected audio file and split it into mono, so then I had 6 separate tracks, and each represents different channel that goes to different speaker. I went to Help tab and typed split and selected split into mono. At this point I didn't need surround file anymore, so I can either mute it or just delete it. Now each track's name tells which channel it is assigned to. Left, center, right, surround left, surround right, and LFE, which is subwoofer. The next step was to change the output of each track from surround to output of my headphones. When I played the video at this point, there was some clipping which not appeared in surround mix. To prevent this, I applied limiter. I went to Track, New, Master Fader, Stereo. I checked if Master Fader output was set to the same as other tracks. I went to Inserts, Multi-Channel DSP plugin, Dynamics, Pro Limiter Stereo. I increased ceiling to -0.3. Let's test it. Great, no clipping anymore. Now it was the time to make some magic. I've downloaded the measurements from open source website. I picked long hair female, file called 1056. Looking at downloaded measurements, I figured out what naming of them means. R stands for radius, which is distance from the source, in this case 195 centimeters. T stands for azimuth, and P stands for elevation. Taking a reference from surround sound speaker setup, I found the closest measurements that match the direction. I have separated them for easier access. I have also converted them to 48,000 kHz to match my session settings. This is going to look silly, but due to the bug of the plugin, I had to trick Pro Tools a little bit. I added IRL mono to stereo plugin to the first track. I turned it direct on, otherwise audio would be too quiet to listen to. Then I uploaded the measurements to the plugin and copied that to the rest of the tracks. I also removed it from the first track and copied it again. Then I uploaded right measurements for each track. And voila! Virtual surround mix is ready to bounce.